Good afternoon. A joy flight has today ended in tragedy. 2 adults and 2 children killed after a light plane plunged into waters north of Brisbane. Natasha Kramer has more.
A major recovery operation is underway just a few hundred metres away from here, where a light plane crashed into water. On board, 4 people, 2 adults and 2 children, all sadly killed. It was just after 9 this morning when the Rockwell commander took off from the Redcliffe airport, but during takeoff, it believed it had experienced engine failure, plummeting into shallow water upside down. The 69-year-old pilot is believed to be very experienced and was taking a man and his kids on a joy flight. Family waiting at the airport for their return, which never came.
Around 12 o'clock, police divers located the aircraft and unfortunately recovered the bodies of 4 people. It's led up to Christmas, and this is the last thing that any family need to go through at this time of the year at any time. Our condolences from the police service.
An investigation is now underway. A specialist aviation team is expected to arrive in Brisbane tomorrow from Canberra to sift through evidence to understand exactly how this tragedy unfolded.
More tragic news is emerging from Devonport. Another child has passed away following Thursday's jumping castle disaster. Mimi Becker joins us now live. Mimi, the death toll is now at 6.
Dougal, the Dev Police have just confirmed the devastating news that 11-year-old Chase Harrison has now passed away. He joins a roll call of Hillcrest primary school students who were tragically killed in that jumping castle tragedy. Includes 12-year-olds Zane, Jai, Jalayla and Peter, as well as 11-year-old Addison. 2 of their classmates are in critical condition in hospital, surrounded by their family. Now, this tragedy has torn through the community, and the devastation is laid bare at this memorial that continues to grow every day. Dougal?
The whole community, and particularly the Devonport region, is feeling this loss deeply. The loss of 6 young lives will be felt for a very long time, so please support those around you.
Tasmanian Police has also confirmed that the community will be given answers as part of their investigation. They've accepted an offer from the New South Wales Police Force to help with interviewing the children, as this is a very complex investigation. Dougal?
A very sad day. Mimi Becker, thank you. The New South Wales government is pushing for more locals to get their booster shot as case numbers continue to skyrocket across the state. Mark Burrows has the details.
In New South Wales, the push is on for more people to get booster shots. In the last week, 57,000 people received their booster shot, but the Health Minister, Brad Hazzard, wants the federal regulator, ATAGI, to reduce the waiting time between the second dose and the booster shot from 5 months down to 3 months or maybe 4 months. But there's a growing number of health experts right around the state who now want the state government to reintroduce mask rules and rules for social distancing, which were only recently relaxed.
Masks and social distancing can be reinstated, and they'll make a real difference to transmission of virus.
The fear is that more and more people will get COVID unless this happens. Right across the state, there were huge queues for testing. In Coffs Harbour, the wait time was up to 6 hours. Closer to the city, in Sydney, wait times were more like from an hour to 2 hours. The advice, though, from health experts is for people to wear masks, and up to Christmas, they should avoid indoor events and try to hold Christmas parties outdoors.
Meanwhile, Melburnians looking to get a COVID test are having to wait for hours as queues spiral out of control. It comes as Victorians push to return a negative result in the lead up to Christmas. There are now 24 Omicron infections across the state, while there's been 1,240 cases and 4 deaths recorded in the last 24 hours. Federal Health Minister Greg Hunt says more lockdowns are not on the horizon, despite some European countries reintroducing restrictions to get on top of growing case numbers. Eliza Edwards reports from Canberra.
More than 3,800 new cases have been recorded today across New South Wales and Victoria combined, a result of the nation opening up as we live with COVID, and the Health Minister insists those freedoms won't be taken away, despite countries like the Netherlands reimposing lockdowns to curb a worrying rise in Omicron infections.
They're going into the depths of winter with a vastly higher case rate and sadly having had a vastly higher loss of life. So different country, different circumstances. As I say, we're going into summer. We have one of the highest vaccination rates in the world.
While there's still a lot of uncertainty around Omicron's severity, Deputy Chief Medical Officer Sonia Bennett warns the strain is highly transmissible, urging people to stick with masks in indoor spaces and keep Christmas gatherings outdoors as much as possible.
The transmission rate alone is concerning, and if we see high numbers, that sheer number of cases is a cause for concern. So there's still things that we can and should be doing.
Another thing to add to the list is getting a booster shot. Anyone who had their second COVID jab 5 months ago is now eligible.
A horrified Melbourne mother has revealed how a daycare centre didn't realise her son was missing for 40 minutes. As Lana Murphy explains, little Carter was saved when a Good Samaritan noticed the boy roaming nearby streets.
Standing outside this childcare centre here in Werribee, it's hard to fathom how a 3-year-old boy could escape. But on Thursday, that's exactly what transpired, and this vision was enough to sicken the little boy's mum.
I was vomiting after I saw the dash cam. That kind of put it in perspective that it was real.
Lost and alone, Carter Bowles wanders down Old Sneeds Road on Thursday morning, shuffling down a footpath searching for a familiar face.
It made us feel heartbroken. We were sad for our son that he was wandering and it looks like he was looking for us.
The child appeared unfazed as he marched through the grass, then seconds after a car drives past, crosses onto the road.
That's when I go pursuit and trying to get him off the road and stuff, and he ended up running into the hospital car park.
A man waiting to pick up his own child from a hospital saved the boy and took him into a nearby medical centre.
I think that was just the dad instinct kicking in, just to make sure the little boy was all right.
Staff couldn't find his parents, so tried the hospital next door. But when that also became a dead end, someone from St Vincent's called the nearby Nido Early School. They asked if a child was missing, and a worker allegedly said they would check, then quickly discovered Carter hadn't been seen in 40 minutes.
I'm just disappointed in what's happened and that they haven't actually let anyone know.
Ashley Johnson claims she was told her son only left for a moment and was found by the bins.
They need to take more care. There needs to be more protocols. We just don't need another young person to die in the care of someone else.
Nido Early School has told the family it's investigating and has referred the incident to the Department of Education. It did not return our calls this weekend.